Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Adam, and you're watching Unlimited Options Investing. Today is December 27th, 2021. It's a Monday and stocks are having a really nice rally. Santa Claus is still around, giving out presents, giving out gains to all the investors and all the traders. Not just that, we're also getting momentum back into crypto. So Bitcoin is nearing 52,000 again, and that's awesome news if it can sustain those levels and then continue climbing up higher, grinding up higher toward 54,000 next. And we're even seeing the same thing with altcoins. Ethereum, Solana has really been doing well. Crypto.com had a little bit of a pullback lately, but again, overall up over the week. Most cryptos up over the last 7 days. And today I actually started selling some covered calls, so I'm also going to be showing you guys some examples of a few names that I sold today. After the third week of November, things started getting pretty volatile in the market when the new variant and all that news came out, and there was a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt entering the markets. Investors started getting spooked out, and then the next 3 weeks after that, things were pretty volatile. There was a lot of pain in the markets. I tried to add on the dip, and right now we've had an up move, so now I'm trying to nibble away at some profits, but still trying to keep my positioning in the way that I can still profit if things continue to go up. If they go sideways or if they go down, then I have a little bit of cash to buy the dip again. Not to mention, there's also a lot of fear out there. Everyone's calling for a correction in early 2022, maybe the first quarter. Things are going to go down 10%, but then at the end of the year, everything's going to be up 10% from where they are right now. Everyone has their own predictions, but I mean, who truly knows at the end of the day? So follow whatever fits your circumstances and your risk management. Otherwise, let's get right into it. Before we do, if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Hit that subscribe button. Here on Unlimited Options Investing, we talk everything from stocks, crypto, options, ETFs, and we're investing for the long term. As always, smash that like button. Let's get started. All right, starting off with the heat map of the S&P 500, we first look at big tech is up for the most part. Microsoft and Apple both up about 2%. NVDA up 4.29%. Tesla again up 3.71%. This one earlier was above 4% on the day. Facebook up very nicely, up 3% on the day at 345. And it could be nice to potentially see sentiment return back into Facebook or Meta platform stock, especially after a pretty bloody last quarter, since that correction at the beginning of September when the price was about 380, falling all the way down to about 306. Google up marginally and Amazon down marginally. Whereas Google's been doing pretty well recently, Amazon has been pretty depressed since honestly August of 2020. Looking around the heat map, so anything technology did pretty well today. Financials pretty sideways. Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, the big banks, JPM, Bank of America, even Berkshire, pretty much sideways on the day. Defensive stocks being up, so healthcare, consumer defensive, real estate, and energy up on the day. All right, and taking a look at crypto, so Bitcoin is up 2.41% over the last 24 hours, now sitting at 51,550, up 10% over the last 7 days. So sentiment finally coming back into crypto. Ethereum just under 4,100, up 0.35% over the last 24 hours, and up 5.57% over the last week. Solana has been doing very well, up 1.69% over the last 24 hours, however 15% over the past week. Cardano finally got above $1.50, up 6.47% over the last 24 hours, and up 26% over the last 7 days. XRP up 2.48% over the last 7 days, and up 9.71% over the last week. Scrolling down, some other names, Dogecoin up marginally over the last 24 hours, but up 15% over the last week. And Shiba Inu, same idea, is up 23% over the last week. Scrolling down some more, Crypto.com coin, because I think this past Saturday on Christmas, I believe, the name finally changed from Staples Center after 20 plus years to Crypto.com Arena. So this one up 2.42% over the last 24 hours and up 30% over the past week. Scrolling down some more, the only one I really follow other than that is Decentraland Mana, which is up 1.53% over the last 24 hours and up 20% over the past week. So heading to the candlestick charts, Coinbase is the first one I want to take a look at, and so this one has been holding up this uptrend ever since the end of May. Ever since this one went public, there was a direct listing, I think back in April, and again super volatile, falling from over $400 all the way down to just over $200, and again super volatile from 210 to 250, back to 210, all the way to almost 300, back to 230, and then all the way up to 360, and then all the way right back down to just over 230. Kathy Wood really bought into the stock, and she said from the beginning it's going to be very volatile toward the upside and the downside. And so far she hasn't been wrong. Right now on the daily, this is sitting between the 20 and the 50 EMA. But at the same time, I don't put too much stock into the moving averages because it heavily relies on the price of crypto. Even though it's its own business as a crypto brokerage, it's profitable, has high margins. At the same time, right now, this one goes where crypto goes. Even though they make money on the volume of trades, more so than the price of the actual coin. So this is one of the stocks that I sold a covered call on, expiring at the end of the week on December 31st at the 305 strike price. So the stock would have to go up another 10% until I stop making money. And if it's anywhere below 305, I get to keep the entire premium, which in this case paid me $140. So if Coinbase is anywhere below 305, I get to keep that entire premium. But fingers crossed that Coinbase closes at 304.99. However, I could buy back this call at any point before its expiration. Looking at Tesla stock, this one has been on a run. Just a few days ago, it was just below 900. Right now, trading just below 1100, and we definitely have supply around this 1120 level. So if we do retrace with Tesla, let's see if either one of the moving averages acts as support, currently at that 1000 level. Taking a look at Facebook stock, this is another one that I sold another covered call on. We gapped up and then went on higher, touching the top of the channel that I drew, I think sometime last week, just to show that there is merit to technical analysis. It isn't all just voodoo, but again, it isn't the be all end all. So same idea, I sold this one expiring at the end of the week at the 360 level. But what is likely is that we pull back to close the gap back at the moving averages and hopefully find some buying pressure toward the upside. But let's first see if we can break this 345 level, and then after that the 350. And the last stock, NVDA, so I also sold a covered call on this one, even though every time I do, it always falls in the money. So take this as a buy signal. I sold the 330 strike price, which gives me like 8% or so room until I start not making money. So let's see what happens with this one. Just like Tesla, this one, when it goes on runs, it really likes to run. Let's see if that one ends up finishing in the money again, or I get to keep the entire premium. And for all three premiums, I got paid about 1.3. So let's see if they expire worthless, or if I can buy them back at profits, or if the market just keeps on shooting up higher as the week goes on. And taking a look at crypto, so we're going to look at the 4-hour time frame. Firstly, Bitcoin. I know there's a lot of lines on the screen, so every horizontal line is some kind of support or resistance. We have this downtrend since the beginning of December, this uptrend since last week, and then this downtrend since the middle of November. And we also see the uptrend and the downtrend. Eventually the price is going to compress, and then it's going to have to choose whether it wants to go up higher or go down lower again. So what I'm thinking here is we continue grinding up higher until we reach this area. It could end up being before that, and then again choosing up or down. We want to see this one break 4,100, and then after that 4,200, and then keep on grinding higher. We are in a little bit of an uptrend, but right now Bitcoin leading the way, and if it does, then Ethereum will follow next, and after that the rest of the altcoins. Cardano, this one finally breaking out of that $1.47, $1.50 psychological resistance. Right now pulling back, so let's see if the 20 EMA ends up being support. Next up, XRP, this one's been a little bit more choppy. It had a really good run, but then pulled back, respecting the 50 and now grinding up a little bit higher. So we'll have to see what happens with this one. Solana breaking out very nicely, pulling back and respecting the 20 very, very nicely. And lastly, Mana or Decentraland, also grinding up higher, respecting that 20 on the 4-hour time frame. And the last thing I want to mention is gold and silver. The commodities right now are also looking pretty strong. We see signs of a potential bottoming. Let's see if we continue finding strength toward the upside, as well as silver. This one looking very nicely as well, grinding up higher, respecting that 20 EMA. If we actually take a look at both of them on the weekly, this one being silver, we see a very nice double bottom, reaching as low as just below 21.50 per ounce. So if silver is for real, we want to see it break the moving averages on the weekly. Alright, and that's the end of my video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I always appreciate every viewer, every subscriber. And let me know in the comments below, are you also selling covered calls right now? Are you taking profits? Are you holding still? And which stocks and crypto is making you the most money? Let me know in the comments below. As always, subscribe and like, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.